City Council and the Glendale Redevelopment Agency, which is one of our many meetings, and I'd like to call that meeting to order. We have roll call for the City Council.
Council members: Draymond, Friedman,
here,
Carroll,
Here.
Weaver,
Here.
Aaron Najarian.
Here.
and can we have roll call for the Redevelopment Agency?
Agency members: Draymond,
Here.
Najarian,
Here.
Carroll,
Here.
Weaver,
Here.
Chair Friedman.
Here.
And we have your report.
The agenda for the June 15, 2010 joint public meeting of the Glendale City Council and the Glendale Redevelopment Agency was posted on Thursday, June 10, 2010 on the bulletin board outside City Hall. For you is Director of Community Redevelopment and Housing regarding proposed 9th Amendment to the redevelopment plan for the Glendale Central Glendale Redevelopment Project Area at 1A's agency resolution, approving and adopting the agency's report, authorizing submission of the report to the City Council, and consenting to a joint public hearing with the City Council. 1B is a council resolution accepting the agency's report and consenting to and calling for a joint public hearing with the redevelopment agency.
Thank you. Mr. Starbird.
Yes, I'll go to Mr. Lanzafame for the staff report. Phil?
Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, Ms. Chair, members of the Redevelopment Agency. This is the second item in the process, the ninth, to amend the Central Redevelopment Project Area for the 9th time since it was adopted in 1972. For a brief staff report is Alan Castillo, the project manager, then the staff and the consultant that prepared the report is here if you have any questions.
Good afternoon. Alan Castillo with the Redevelopment Agency. As Phil had said, this is actually the next step in moving forward with the 9th Amendment to the redevelopment plan for the Central Project Area. This 9th Amendment would extend the eminent domain authority within the project area. Just for clarification, at our last meeting we also discussed that the 9th Amendment would also specifically exempt owner-occupied rental residential properties from acquisition by the agency using eminent domain. In keeping with the staff report, the report to Council provides the facts and evidence required for the agency and City Council to make necessary findings in connection with the adoption of the proposed amendment. The report to Council contains 10 sections. More significantly, they describe the blighting conditions. They provide the summary of the blighting conditions. They actually also amend the implementation plan and provide the environmental compliance for the 9th Amendment. A couple of the changes to the staff report, or not changes, but a couple of corrections were actually the summary of consultants were actually mailed to the taxing entities on June 2nd and not May 26th. Also, the community information meeting has been scheduled for June 30 at 6 p.m. in the large conference room at the police station. Notices will be going out this week to the property owners and occupants within the Central Glendale project area, and the hearing date is scheduled to be set for July 20th. We have Paul Anderson from KMA also here if you have any other questions. Thank you.
Okay. Are there any questions? I do have a speaker card. Mr. Mohill.
Mr. Mayor, while Mr. Mohill is coming up, just to note there is one minor change to both resolutions at 1A and B, and that is the time set for the public hearing. Both resolutions of the agency and council note July 20th at 6 p.m. You have a modified resolution in front of you that would note July 20th at 2:30 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mohill, 3 minutes.
Name is Mike Mohill, Glendale resident. I'm glad we discussed this item on the agenda here. The only problem I have is the speaker just rambled through. I don't know what he said. I wish he would speak clearer, slower. I don't know what the message was. I could go like, that's what it sounded like. I don't know if you people read the same thing. So I wish the speaker would come back and in his own words tell the public what this item is all about. Because I'd like to know. Thank you.
Mr. Lanzafame, try and speak more clearly next time. But no, I don't need you to come up. Or was he? Or maybe he's referring to Mr. Starbird. Anyway, in any event, the details of this are available in the staff report, which will give much more details than any one particular speaker could give you, Mr. Mohill, whether their words were clear to you or not. Plus, there's a lot of colorful pictures in here, too, that delineate some of the issues and the boundaries that we're talking about. Okay. Any discussion from the council? This is to essentially accept the report and set a public hearing on the dates indicated. It's going to be a joint public hearing on the date of July 20th at 2:30 rather than the 6 p.m. date. If anyone would like to make the motion 1B for council.
I'll move 1B
As amended.
as amended to the city council.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Council members Draymond.
Yes.
Friedman.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Aye.
Mayor Najarian.
Yes.
I'll move 1A for the agency
Second.
as amended.
Okay, can we have roll call?
Agency members Draymond.
Yes.
Najarian.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Weaver.
Aye.
Chair Friedman.
Yes.
And is there a motion to adjourn for council?
So moved. Second.
Council's adjourned?
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn for the agency?
moved. Second.
Agency is adjourned.
Okay, thank you. Why don't we go next to the joint meeting of the Glendale City Council